Hello, friends. Welcome to Squared Plans, where creative planning and organization comes to life. I'm Stephanie, and today we're going to be designing my health planner for my birthday week in May. So come plan with me. And I've got some various washi tapes here ready to go, along with a couple of highlighters, this brush pen I'll be using, along with my stat stickers that I made on my computer, this Happy Planner sticker book, and these Planny Things sticker books, which I'll pull from. Okay, let's go ahead and lay down some wax paper and we'll work on this week's design. It is my birthday week, so I decided to do something fun. I pre-pulled a few stickers just to get an idea of the color scheme and if I was going to be able to do what I had planned with the stickers that I had. One of the issues I had was that I'm doing this coral, light purplish, and teal toned theme based off of that one box sticker, and I didn't have a good circle teal sticker to work with. So what I ended up doing was pulling one in kind of like a blue-gray color that was in that Pastels Boxes sticker book from Plannything, and then using just my Tombow marker to kind of color match the teal tone that I really was looking for and couldn't find in that book. So I just kind of colored over the bluish gray stickers and got that teal tone that way. The other ones I felt like were close enough with the purple and the coral tone that I had planned from that box sticker. So I went ahead and laid all those down. Those are going to be where I'm going to be putting in my workouts. So I have 2 mapped out for each day. And now I've laid some washi tape down onto this little cutting board of mine. I've done this once before with a washi tape that actually had a diagonal plaid pattern on it. But this time I'm going to try it with some solid washi and see if I can make this work. But basically I'm going to be creating a party banner with this washi. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting diagonally across the 3 strips together, trying to use the grid on my little cutting mat to help me get nice equilateral triangles. Of course, it's hand done, so some of them did end up a little bit wonky, but it was a pretty good method and fairly simple to do, although I was catching some of the washi tape as I was doing some of the cutting, as you can see. But overall, the method worked really well, and I'm sure I'll be using this again at some point in the future. Even without having predetermined lines, I think you can get a pretty simple triangle pattern cut out of your washi tape with ease, and that's just perfect for making a cute party banner to go across your spread in whatever color you choose based off of the washi tape that you have in your stash. I had a lot of fun with this. I just kind of put a sample down to see if I would like the look, and I really do, so we're gonna go with that. I also pre-pulled my stat stickers in the color scheme that I'm going to be working in, so I just kind of laid those in with their backing still on at the bottom because that's basically where I think they're going to stay. And then I wanted to pull in these pink metallic balloon type stickers from the Plannything sticker book, but I wasn't really sure what I wanted to spell out, if I wanted to be celebrate or birthday. And then as I was laying it down, I realized that I could probably get away with happy birthday across the functional day areas. So we're going to go ahead and lay that in and see if we can work that out with the stickers that I have available. Just spelling it out as I go, kind of layering it on top of or behind on top of the circle stickers. And then, of course, I will be completing the party banner across the top, kind of doing a rounded shape there. So I'm not going to do it here on the wax paper because I think it's going to take more time than it needs to. And I can just work it out on the paper since washi tape comes up pretty easily if I make a mistake. I also pre-pulled some more stickers That box sticker that I'm basing everything off of was from the Happy Quote sticker book. And then a lot of the other kind of matching stickers there with quotes and things were from that same book. The only thing that I got from the Planny Thing Pastels book was the circles. And of course, the Fun Alphabet provided the balloon metallic letters. So I think I've got a good direction here on what I want to do. I'm going to go ahead and lay in these stat stickers first, since I know they're just going to go right across the bottom. Kind of keep it nice and clean here. And I'm going to alternate the days, so it's going to go coral, I think purple, teal, coral, purple, teal. And that was based off of the circle stickers that I had there to work with. So let's go ahead and start laying in this party banner now. I'll move over the ones I started with and then get going with the remaining triangles to complete this party banner. And you can see the first couple ones that I pulled were a little bit of skew, but as we get towards the second page, they become a lot more uniform in triangle shape. So I just used that to my advantage and try to keep those shapes together, which were a little bit more uniform. And I'm alternating the colors again, pretty much based off of that box sticker, going from the coral, the teal to the purple. Just kind of winging it here, making a slight sag in it so it looks, authentic. And decided that I was just going to go right off the page with it. Originally, I was thinking to keep it within the functional space, but we're just going to go right all the way off the page and see how that comes out. I think that looks pretty cute. I'm going to change up the sidebar though a little bit now that I've got the banner into the sidebar, and just move over the box quote sticker for now. And we'll be kind of figuring out how best to get these balloon letter stickers onto the page. Just going to make a few adjustments and try to do a roll off. I think that will work. Can get at least the first layer in, and then I can move over any stragglers after the fact once I kind of get the positioning. And we'll try the same thing on this side with birthday. Well, a couple of stickers are laid in slightly crooked, so I'm going to straighten those out. And again, just try to move over all that I can. I was just a little too lazy to white out the black lines behind this, but that might have been a nice touch too, just to make it look a little cleaner. So if you haven't figured it out already, those circle stickers are going to be converted into balloons, which I will set up here in a second. I went ahead and just separated the pages where those washi tape triangles were kind of cutting across the page, and then anything that was hanging off the side, just to clean things up a bit. And one other thing that I'm going to do is add in some raining down confetti. I'm using these chisel tip highlighters that I have in my stash because they're perfect for making little strip confetti. You just need to stamp the chisel edge to your page and it makes a nice little bar shape. I'm just kind of spreading it around near the top, trying to be a little bit more concentrated at the very top of the page and releasing the confetti, making it a little looser and more spread out as you go towards the center of the page. I stopped at the center just because I am going to be adding in that space where it's lined, but there's nothing in it between the circle stickers and the stat stickers. that's where I'll be putting in my food log. So I didn't want it to be too cluttered with background stuff in that space, but I wanted to have the confetti on there. So we're just kind of layering it in, going behind the circles and the letter banner stickers. Also changed up which hexagons I had pulled for the sidebar. Thought I could make a little area where it calls out something, so we'll figure that out. And then I wasn't really sure what I was going to do for these balloons. Ended up using those same chisel markers to make a small little tie-off for each of the balloons in a matching color, so it would be more apparent that those are balloons. And then I also had pulled a gray highlighter as well to add in some balloon strings. Again, kind of selling the idea, but I didn't want it to be too in your face because again, I'm going to be using that space for my food log down below. And I think that's going to do it for us, friends. Quick and simple, but fun. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also, too, go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Bye!